Hello everyone and welcome to BIO101 Online. This will be a brief course orientation so you can get up and running the second course starts. This is my name, I'm Professor Joseph Harari, and this is my email address where you may contact me at any time. So again, I'm going to go through this very quickly. You have read the syllabus already by now, hopefully, so you know all this information. Specifically, this is a 7-week course, which means it is as fast can be. It is very accelerated. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. Before I do that, a little bit about me. I studied biology at Brandeis. I went to graduate school for biotechnology. Then I worked a little bit in pharmaceutical research, specifically cancer research, at 2 different companies. I then decided to pursue my passion of teaching, and that's where I am right now. I teach at North Shore Community College, as well as Lesley University and Fisher College. And when I'm not teaching, I am usually either in the kitchen or working on music. That's all you need to know about me. If you want to look a little more, you could read this little blurb. I always ask my students what advice they would give to the next class of students. I would suggest pausing the slides here to get a good sense of what advice you'd be given. These are very good points, and I would agree with every single one of them. Again, this is in the syllabus already, but you should have a textbook. Either the ebook is fine or the physical copy is okay. The most important part is that you have a Connect access code, because without that code, you won't be able to complete homework assignments. For the labs, we'll be using a software called Labster. You can purchase a voucher at the bookstore, or you can directly purchase it by credit card when you click on the first lab assignment. Blackboard is required. You must check it frequently. And some study supplies I suggest, like internet access, printers are suggested, some note cards, and pens and pencils. This is accelerated. This means it is faster than any course you could possibly take in biology. It's 7 weeks. It is very dense and it's very complex. So it is up to you to stay disciplined and to put enough time into studying and preparation. So you can expect to put in at least 15 to 20 hours per week for a 7-week course, and that's a minimum. To start, you want to always look at the chapter learning map. Every chapter has a learning map that gives you all the major points that we're going to try to cover in that chapter, as well as terminology that you must know for the quiz, and any relevant animations and activities. So the chapter learning map is your starting point for every chapter. Of course, you must do the reading in the textbook before watching recordings or lectures, because you must have your brain acclimated to all the information first. So it pays to do the reading first. Trust me. This is a case where lazy people work twice as hard. Right? If you're lazy to read the textbook the first time, it's going to be twice as hard to retain the information when you're studying for the test. Trust me. Recorded lectures and lecture slides are always posted in each chapter folder. All the lectures are posted on YouTube, and all the slides are on PowerPoint. Connect. Like I said, you need a Connect access code to complete assignments. And there will be Connect assignments for every chapter and every lab. Due dates are located on the syllabus. You're allowed 3 attempts on each Connect assignment. What that means is you can do it once and do poorly. You can do it again, do it better, do it 3 times, do it really well. And what I'm going to count as your grade is the average of the 3 scores. So that's going to incentivize you to do it more if you don't like your performance on the first try. So you have control over your grade. I suggest doing it 3 attempts so you could get the most information and the highest grade possible. Late assignments are penalized 20% each day. So after 4 days, it's not accepted. To access a Connect assignment, you always go through Blackboard. You're going to click on Connect Assignments. There's a Connect Assignments folder in Blackboard. And when you click on that, you'll see all the links to the Connect assignments. From there, you can click on the specific Connect assignment you want to complete. You will be brought to the Connect website. Once you complete the assignment on the Connect website, your grade will be transferred back to Blackboard. Right? I'm going to grade it through Connect, but the scores will be transferred back to Blackboard. And you can see your grades in Blackboard. The first thing you're going to want to do is register for Connect, and you can do that by clicking on the Connect link on the navigation pane in the Blackboard site. You can also click on the first assignment and you'll be asked to register. The three kinds of assignments are as follows. There's a lecture review assignment, LR, and those are the main assignments for the lecture content. So every chapter has a lecture review assignment that goes over what we learned in lecture and make sure you understand the information. Then there is a post-lab assignment that corresponds to each lab. So after doing a lab activity, you're going to do the post-lab assignment on Connect, which tests your understanding of the lab skills from the simulations. Those are the only two required assignments. There's an optional Learn Smart assignment for each chapter that's basically like a reading assignment. It talks you through the textbook reading and stops by asking you questions. So if you don't like doing the reading on your own, a Learn Smart assignment might be very helpful because it's more interactive. And those are not graded, so you do not have to do those. There are quizzes and exams. Both are closed book, meaning no books allowed, no notes. They must be done on your own, no internet help. So you must commit to being academically honest throughout the course. There are 6 quiz dates that are about an hour each. They cover up to 2 chapters each. They are timed. The lowest quiz score will be dropped. So the best 5 of 6 will be counted. There are absolutely no makeup quizzes or exams. So if you think you're going to have a conflict, you must let me know by now. There's a midterm that's based on the first 8 chapters. That'll take you 2 hours to complete. And then there's a final exam that's covering most of the second half of the book with emphasis on chapters 12 through 14. But on the final exam, you're also going to see some questions from the midterm. So it's important not to throw your notes away. In general, and this is important, quizzes and exams are made available on Thursday nights at 11:59 and are due Sundays at 11:59. So that means you have Friday, all day Saturday, and all day Sunday to do the quizzes or exams. Once you start it, the timer starts and you only have 1 attempt to complete it. So it's important that you're in the right frame of mind and you have enough time to complete each quiz and exam. So lab comprises about 20% of the overall grade, 10% for the virtual lab experiments, and 10% for lab assignments. So please look at each lab's folder on Blackboard. Each lab folder has an experiment guide. So you're going to click on the Lab 1 experiment guide, and it talks you through everything you need to do for Lab 1. For labs, we're using either Labster or Connect Virtual Labs for simulations. And then there's that post-lab assignment on Connect. This is the grading rubric, 30% for quizzes, 10 for the midterm, 15 for the final. Those are, if you're not a good test taker, right? Yes, unfortunately, some of the course is based on test taking. But for those of you who don't like taking tests, there's a lot of work you can do that's based on your effort entirely. So down here, all these things, you have full control over how well you score. Of course, you have a lot of control over how well you study and perform on quizzes and exams, but I'm saying you have a lot of potential to just do the work, do it hard, and not even studying, and you can still do well just by applying effort. So this is how the course is organized on Blackboard. You can see all of these links on the left, and this is what you'll find when you click on each of those links. So it's a good idea to pause right now, and let's go to the Blackboard site to see what these links lead us to. So when you go on the Blackboard site, the first thing you're going to be brought to is the weekly content page. And under weekly content, you're going to see first the orientation folder, and then you'll see each week listed out. So here's week 1. Here's some reminders on what to do for week 1. And right beneath week 1, you'll have the chapter 1 folder, which is what you're going to be doing in week 1. When you click on the chapter 1 folder, you'll see that learning map I described. And that learning map is your starting point because it tells you what you need to know, what you need to read, and which recordings you need to watch. Here is my recording lecture that's on YouTube already. So you click watch video, and then you could start watching the recorded lecture. And this is all asynchronous, right? So you're responsible for making your own schedule. Here are the slides. If you'd like to take notes on the slides as you watch the video, that will be a great way to study. And finally, you have activities and resources, which include videos and some articles that you must read. So that's each week's chapter. Some weeks like week 2, you have chapter 2 and 3. And because it's an accelerated course, it gets pretty crazy. It's a lot of information. I don't want to underestimate that. It is a lot of information in a short period of time. You must be dedicated to a lot of self-discipline and time management. But hopefully this is very clear. So it's the week, what to do, and then right beneath it is the folder with the chapter information that you need to study. The top link is the syllabus. So let's take a look at the syllabus. Here's the syllabus. This should be printed out, highlighted, underlined, and put in a place where you can see it every day. And every single word of the syllabus should be read and understood. If you have any questions about anything, it's important that you ask me right away. We review quizzes and exams. We reviewed grading. We'll talk more about this stuff later. But I want to go to page 7. Which talks about the breakdown of what to do and what we're learning. This should be prominently displayed in your home office or wherever you're doing your work. For each week, it tells you the chapters that you have to read. So before we start week 1, you have to have read in the textbook sections 1 through 4 of chapter 1. The Connect homework, Connect LR means Connect Lecture Review homework. Those are due Thursday nights at 11:59. So if this is a Monday, then that Thursday, the lecture reviews are due. And to make it easier, I put the date right beneath it. The lecture review assignments, again, are accessed through Blackboard. But once you click on the Blackboard link, it'll bring you to the Connect website. When you're done with the Connect assignment, the grade will be transferred back to Blackboard. You're told which quizzes are on each week. Quizzes are available Thursday nights and are due Sunday nights at 11:59 p.m. So the first week, you're going to have lecture 1 due Thursday night, the quiz, and also the lab and the post-lab are all due on this first Sunday. Again, very fast-paced course. So each week, we'll have lecture review assignments, a quiz or an exam, and a lab. It is up to you to manage how you want to do the textbook reading, watch the recordings, and do the lab assignments, and then manage all the due dates. If you'd like specific help, I'm more than happy to help you. You just have to reach out and ask. So that is and again, please read all of these. I put a lot of good information in here that could really help you succeed in this course. So that's the syllabus. Helpful resources. If you click on here, you'll have help for Labster, help for Connect, and this is very important, study tips. Every single person should be reading these study tips, especially study tips for biology. This is a fantastic resource on how to study for a biology course, and I really, really suggest reading this before we even start the course. So all those links are available in helpful resources. The calendar will tell you what is due when. It's a good way to just keep track of your assignments. Then weekly content is the main part. That's what I told you about already. This tells you, gives you the chapter information and then a reminder of what to do. Labs have a series of folders. Each folder starts with an experiment guide, and that experiment guide will walk you through what's responsible. Usually there's going to be a simulation either on Connect or Labster, and then there's going to be some kind of a post-lab assignment. The post-lab assignment can be found in the Connect Assignments tab. So all the Connect assignments, the lecture review assignments, and the post-lab assignments are found in this tab, Connect Assignments. So if I click on lecture review assignments, I have all the lecture reviews, tells you the due date, and when you click on the lecture review, it will bring you over to Connect. And that's when you can start signing up. And so that's when you sign up for Connect. So going back to, and here are quizzes and exams. So we have quizzes and exams. All the quizzes will be available on the dates indicated on the syllabus. And again, these are all timed. The midterm exam and final exam contains a review sheet and a practice test. So again, all this information is at your disposal. The discussion board we're going to be using a bit. I'd like you to introduce yourself before anything. I'd like to get to know you a lot better. And then if we have an assignment that uses the discussion board, you would access it here, discussions. And then here's my grades if you want to look at your grades. And then the connect link is the first time you could just click go to my connect section. And that is how you pair and sign up for connect in the very beginning. So I think that's the gist of and here announcements will be posted. So that's the gist of the Blackboard site and the connect assignments. So like I mentioned, there are important dates you must be familiar with. Specifically, Thursdays, the Connect LRs are due at 11:59. Quizzes are made available Thursdays at 11:59, which means you have all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to complete them. Virtual labs and post labs and quizzes are all due Sundays at 11:59. So again, it's a lot of control on your end on how you want to divide everything up. So let's look at a typical week of Bio 1 online. Like I said, you want to look at the learning map for the chapter, know what you're responsible for. The course content is found in PowerPoint slides for each chapter, and then I have a recorded lecture that's been uploaded to YouTube. There will be online videos, animations, and some news articles to read for each chapter. For each chapter, there's a Connect review assignment. You're going to have up to 2 of those per week, so don't leave them for the last minute. Virtual lab simulations on Labster and Connect will be accompanied by lab assignments, post-lab assignments on Connect. And finally, we have quizzes, a midterm, and a final exam. So here's a suggested study plan. Again, everyone has their own schedule, so do what's best for you, but you can read through this on your own time. It could be very helpful, hopefully. Here's an idea of what you can expect as far as time commitments. Again, everyone's different, but this is a starting point. Make sure that you have the time to succeed, right? If you don't even have the time in your schedule, then you're setting yourself up for a disservice, really. Make sure you have the time and the stamina for this course. And again, I'll leave you to read this. This is based on the syllabus as well. How to succeed in Bio 101. Having a positive attitude is key. Slow and steady, not to wait for the last minute. Planning ahead has a lot to do with that, right? If you fail to plan, plan to fail. That is the truest statement in a college course. Taking good notes is really important, but even more so is asking questions. Especially since this course is online, I'm relying on your emails to answer your questions and to get an understanding of how well you're comprehending the material. So please email me whenever you come up with a question. If you need help with something, if you have a suggestion that I could be doing better, I would like to hear it. And again, you could reach out to me by email, jharari01@northshore.edu. And we could also arrange a Google Meet or a Zoom or a phone call. On day 1, this is what you should be doing. Log into Blackboard, print out the syllabus, put it in a very specific location that you'll always have it handy. Click on the helpful resources. Make sure you know how to use Labster, Blackboard, and Connect. Make sure you review how to study for biology. Then you're going to go to the weekly course content tab, go to the orientation folder and complete the introduction post and the welcome survey. Then you could start with the chapter 1 learning map and the chapter 1 material. And again, that's all located in that chapter 1 folder. And remember, week 1, you have some things due already. You already have a quiz. You have the first lecture review, which is due just 2 days after the first class. And then we have the lab for the scientific method. So you definitely have a lot of work ahead of you, but I'm here to walk you through it and make it fun and enjoyable along the way. So please continue to reach out if you need help. You can reach out for Blackboard help, bbhelp@northshore.edu, or general help from helpdesk@northshore.edu. And please let me know if you're having any technical issues, because it's likely that other students might be having the same exact ones. I look forward to sharing the fascinating world of biology with you, and I will see you online. So thank you for listening.